Sir, you may begin.
Jan Tucker, State Director of the California League of Latin American Citizens. I'm here in support of the East LA Bobcats football and cheer team organization. On March 10th of this year, they held a voter registration, petition signing, and public speaking rally in support of their position at Salazar Park. Previously, they had been ordered for no apparent reason, such as the mere wearing of Bobcats t-shirts at the park by deputies, to remove themselves from the park on prior occasions. On March 10th, while we were conducting First Amendment activities such as voter registration and public speaking and the signing of petitions, also covered by the Voting Rights Act, there were 5 black and whites in attendance at the park, and the deputies with them keeping surveillance of these activities. California Public Records Act requests to the Sheriff's Department elicited the response that supposedly there were no deputies assigned to those activities at the park on March 10th. We have the photographs of the deputies and the police vehicles there to prove it. They're posted on Facebook, they're posted on the internet. We would like to know why the Sheriff's Department is denying what we saw with our own eyes and observed these deputies there putting a chilling effect on First Amendment protected activities. Thank you.
Thank you. Still on public comment. Ma'am, you may proceed.
Good morning. My name is Socorro Mata, and I'm here to support the East LA Bobcats. My daughter has been cheering. That keeps my children busy and occupied, because in East LA, in that community and in any community, there's gang members, there's drugs, there's violence everywhere. There was an incident that occurred in October of 2012, which happened to be where they stated that the East LA Bobcats were there. I can honestly swear that I wasn't there. My daughter wasn't there. I'm not a gang member. Gloria Molina has taken that away from us, and I'm here because I want everybody to know that she needs to work with our community, our East LA community, to help our children, to keep them off the streets, to make them, as I heard her motion earlier, it's a similar situation, but this is about a youth program where there's 250 cheerleaders and football players combined. We do this for our children. We want them to be something. My son is pursuing to play football high school. It doesn't end. It can pursue. It can continue them in their sports. They get motivated by scholar patches. It's not just saying, oh, my son's going to play football. Oh, my son's going to play cheer. No, it's like a family to them. So we just want Gloria Molina to, I don't know if she's discussed this with the rest of the board, but there needs to be a solution out there to find, instead of shutting us down, revoking our permits, having us be removed from Salazar Park. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, gang violence is everywhere, and we need to do what's best for our children in our community, and I will not deliberately put my daughter in danger, because like I said, it's everywhere. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time and your testimony. Next speaker, please. Oh, I see a new young speaker there.
Hi, my name is Narika Camarena. I have been cheering for 6 years, 3 with East LA Bobcats. All 3 years, I've gotten scholarship patches for having good grades. I want to keep cheering for East LA because they are like a family to me. Without Bobcats, I don't know what I would do. All I want is East LA Bobcats back. I always do good in school, so I can cheer for East LA, because if my grades are low, they won't allow me to cheer. All I want to know is what we did wrong so we can fix it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Hello, my name is Jody McDonough, and I am here in support of the Bobcats and getting their park back and their facility back to have these children of East LA be a part of this nonprofit organization. I sat here and listened to Ms. Molina discuss how a 40 or so year nonprofit organization should be taken into consideration. East LA Bobcats is 48 years in existence. I have myself witnessed the wonderful things that have come out of this program as far as the children of East LA, taking them off of the streets, deterring them from gangs. They've reached nothing but such a good example to all the other 26 cities that participate in Junior All-American football. They're a great organization that has total support of the parents and steering these children in a positive direction. A lot of these children I've seen have gone on, won academic scholarship awards, and have gone on to qualify for some of the best private high schools in Los Angeles County. Denying Salazar Park to them and not coming up with any other solution to keep this program going. They work so hard to keep the children of East LA off the streets and out of gangs, and now they're being denied and not being worked with. There's no solutions being given to them on how they can keep this program going and not kill this program that's been 48 years strong and such an important part of East LA and the children of East LA. So I'm here asking for the board to give us some help and solution in keeping this program active and going and helping these kids to stay out of gangs and off of the streets of East LA.
Thank you for your testimony. We'll hear from the additional speakers who want to be heard at this point in time. Alia Mata, Michael Aguilar, Julia Reggie, Patricia Arregui, Sylvia Romero, Joaquin Bustamante Jr., Christina Garcia, Maribel Sanchez. All right, Sergeant, 4 at a time, the other is in the queue, and when the first 4 are done speaking, the next speakers can come forward. All right? Thank you for being here, and you may proceed.
Hello, my name is Julia Hadigui, and I attend Griffith Middle School in East Los Angeles. I feel that it is unfair how our team is being treated. One of the benefits of the East Los Angeles Bobcats is that they help me on my schoolwork and celebrate my good grades. We get scholarship patches when we get above a 3.2 grade point average. We also earn college scholarships with the patches. If you can see on my jacket, I have 4 patches from my 5 years in this team. I am proud to be able to be part of this group that does so much to support our schoolwork. I will never go to another team because my heart is here and I don't want to leave. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, Chairman Ridley Thomas, Supervisor Molina, and all of our LA County Board of Supervisors. This is certainly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to be able to address you today. My name is Patricia Jauregui. I am a nationally board-certified teacher with the Los Angeles Unified School District and a parent of an East Los Angeles Bobcat cheerleader. My daughter Julia is a straight-A student at D.W. Griffith Middle School in East LA. I'm also a taxpayer in LA County, and so I'm here to request that the LA County Board of Supervisors support and yet not tear down this organization which supports our youth. This is so important to me that I spent my afternoon waiting patiently to speak to you, specifically Supervisor Molina. As a highly educated woman, I want to make it clear to you that I, as well as all of the parents here present and not, that we would not have our children in this program if we did not feel that it was safe. What helps me feel particularly safe is seeing our LA County Sheriff's Department regularly patrolling our park as our kids practice and play, which they've always done. Why are we as taxpayers being asked to foot the bill for services that we should automatically have for our kids to enjoy their local park at an expense that you know that our parents cannot afford? In the 5 years that my daughter has cheered for the Bobcats, I have never witnessed any problems, gang involved or otherwise. What I do see is scores of youth practicing for a team that they love with parents sitting nearby, watching our kids practice and enjoying our local community space with friends and family. Thank you to our local media outlets for focusing light on this attempt to wipe out our 48-year-old organization. Please, board members, support our East LA Bobcats and our kids of East LA. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aliyah Mata, and I am 10 years old. I have been cheering for the East LA Bobcats for 4 years now. The East LA Bobcats are caring, fun, laughable, and has showed me discipline. I think Gloria Molina shouldn't be taking this park away from the youth cheer and football program. I still want the opportunity to cheer for the East LA Bobcats because they are like a family to me. My cheer coach during Ruby Sotalo really inspired me to continue cheering and to go into high school. I really love the East LA Bobcats and I don't want to leave them. I think Gloria Molina should give us kids a chance to let us continue what we started and to finish what we're doing. Gloria Molina, please give us a chance and let us be who we are, the East LA Bobcats. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day.
Thank you, and you have a nice day. Next speaker, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Sylvia Romero, president of the East Los Angeles Bobcats. I am here to plead with the entire Board of Supervisors that a thorough and accurate investigation be completed in regards to the 2012 Shakey's incident, in which the Bobcats are being blamed for the murder of a known gang member. We have done everything asked of us by the Sheriff's Department, including the removal of 2 individuals who have never been questioned regarding the isolated incident. According to Detective Aguilera, who has on a couple of occasions assured me that the retaliation is not against the Bobcats. It is against certain individuals that were at Shakey's who willingly left our organization. The supervisor claims that they heard the words retaliation against the Bobcats from an off-duty officer / family member who attended the victim's services. Wasn't it his civil duty as an officer to have acted on such threats? The Department of County Recreation and Parks has outlined conditions for us to fulfill a 1-year season permit. We are and have always been willing to make changes to ensure our kids have a park to come back to. But to ask that we contract with the Sheriff Department at the daily rate of $774 a day is ridiculous. We are citizens and taxpayers of the community. The Sheriff's Department and the supervisor believe that the Bobcat kids need protection. Then isn't it their responsibility to provide the kids a safe haven to return to? The streets of East LA are not the safest, but to insinuate they aren't safe because of the Bobcats is a lie. We have been a successful and respected organization for 48 years. We have around 240 participants. Our purpose is to develop well-rounded young men and women who learn not only the fundamentals of football and cheerleading, but also the importance of education, sportsmanship, character, within a safe and positive environment.
Your time has expired.
We are here to ask that you not send these kids back to...
Hold on. Your time has expired, and we thank you for your testimony. We're going to hear from the balance of the persons wishing to be heard. All right. Young men, come forward, have a seat. Ma'am, please come forward, give us your name, and proceed with your testimony.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Maribel Sanchez. I'm the mother of Dominic Prado, who my son is here. He has been a football player with the East LA Bobcats for the past 4 years. Also, I would like you to know my son is diagnosed with ADHD, who has to be taking medication to be able to control himself, to be able to focus and do what he needs to do in school. But when it comes down to his sports or the time that he has to play football, there's no need for him to be taking his medication. He refuses to take his medication during this football season. From being a C average student the past year, my son has brought up his grades up to a B average student. He has won his first scholastic patch last season with the Bobcats. This has made him so proud of himself to be able to achieve what he has goaled himself to. Right now, he has been bullied at school, but he has learned and he has been taught by the East LA Bobcats not to fight, not to be aggressive, to take control of himself. Is it fair for a child to be bullied at school just because you are a football player? Or because they're thinking that you're gangs? No, East LA Bobcats has taught my son to be a well-educated child, to learn and to behave out in the streets and not to fight, to speak for themselves. I honestly don't think that, I believe that we cannot let the gangs win our parks. The parks are for the kids, for them to play, to have a better life. You can take our park, you can take our name, but please never take our heart and pride. We are a legacy and we live on forever because we do believe in making a difference in the lives of the children of the East LA Bobcats. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Joaquin Bustamante. This is my first year as a head coach with the Junior All-American East LA Bobcat flag football team. I'm a government employee, and I also coach at Garcia Recreation in East LA. I live in San Gabriel. I give back to the community. It was my first year, and I really love back, and I really want to come back. Ms. Molina, I implore you, and I also implore the Board of Supervisors. The East LA Bobcats have had some time to reflect on how much football means to their lives. This statement that I'm about to say is about how much football is a part to East LA and how many families from their community. Don't be careless with what you have. Take care of it. If you use something, put it away exactly where you found it. And make sure it is safe and secure. That way you'll always have it when you want it again. I want you to please think about this quote. Last Thursday, President Obama had a speech while he was in the Middle East. And this is for the Board of Supervisors. When I heard it, I thought of you. I hope it inspires you. This has inspired the constituents of East LA. President Obama said, please, President Obama said, I can promise you this, political leaders will never take risks if the people do not push them to take some risk. You must create the change that you want to see. Create that change. Please let the kids play, please. Please don't, where's the money going to come from for these kids when they can't even afford to pay for the equipment? We were in the red with paying for the fees last year. There was some acts for the adults, their stupidity of the adults. I know they were wrong. But people like me, I don't have a child on that team. I have a 21-year-old daughter that's graduating this year from Mount St. Mary's. My other daughter is in 10th grade at Sacred Heart. I have a 3-year-old son. I have nothing that I have to gain here, but I'm here. I left my job today to be here. Please, please give these kids a chance. People like me that are here fighting for them, please, I implore, please.
We thank you for your testimony, sir. Your time has expired. All three. Young man, are you going to testify? Okay.
Good day. My name is Dominic Prado, and I would like to ask you to please give us our part back. I have been playing for the East LA Bobcats for 4 years. This season, I will not be able to play football because my mom is not able to take me to a different city because she works. I would also like you to know that I suffer ADHD, and when I play football, I don't need my medication. Playing football helps me with school, keeping my grades up. Focus playing safe and keeps me out of trouble. I'm 11 years old, and I want my voice to be heard. Bobcats in the house.